Hey everybody, I haven't been on in a while to do a video, but I thought I'd come out of retirement here and show you something that I came across online, and it's really cool. I've never seen anything like it. This, as you can see, I've got two copies in front of me. They both say the Bible, the New Testament. If you haven't noticed yet, there's something different about these. If I come down to the pages, you can see these pages are black. This is a monochrome Bible with all black pages. It's the weirdest yet coolest thing I think I've ever seen, because it's almost like having your phone on dark mode whenever you're reading the Bible. I'll come in here and show you. It's so crisp and so clear. It's very enjoyable to read. You've got sewn binding on these, which is really nice. They are in hardcover. This is a hardcover. This is the hardcover with linen. You can see there's a little bit of color difference there. This one I received as a review copy. This one a family member bought after seeing what I got. I'll go over them. Basically, the only difference between these two is going to be the cover, but just looking at it, I'll show you this one first. I'm trying to do this one-handed. On your spine, you have very nicely done, kind of minimalistic in a sense. It says the Bible, the New Testament. You've got this really cool artwork here that's like a, half of a cross, which consequently, if you take both of these and put them together, makes a whole cross. You may notice that this is in New Testament. The New Testament is the only one they currently have out at the moment, but I'll get into the inside here. You've got a standard hardcover setup. Your end sheet here. On the inside, there is no frills whatsoever. It's just simple, straight to the point. They have it only in King James right now, and for right now, it's only in New Testament. They state on their website, and you can read into it. I'll put the link for the website below. But they state on the website that they are a crowd-funded project. Here's your table of contents. And as I stated, it's just the New Testament. And part of the reason why is because of how thick this paper has to be. And if you happen to be a Bible lover or collector, you know sometimes Bible paper can be very aggravating because of how thin it is. This stuff, let me get an actual single page here. This is a single page. Very thick paper. It's almost like a thinner cardstock, which is really nice. Especially if you like thick paper. I have seen only like maybe one or two other videos on this Bible. I had read some comments where people were talking about, how would you underline this and highlight it? I'd be interested to know what you guys think. There may be some pens and highlighters I haven't ever seen before that would be good for this. But there's no references, there's no notes. It's literally just a text-only Bible. And I'll let you get a little picture there of how crisp that is. It's so easy on the eyes, and I actually learned through this that there are certain eye conditions where people have trouble reading black against white as opposed to white against black as far as your color goes, because I know for myself sometimes the letters will kind of blotch out if I'm in highlighting like outside or brighter conditions. So this is really great for those that have eye conditions that they struggle reading, especially if you're somebody who reads the Bible on your phone a lot. It gives you kind of an option to almost feel like you're using your Bible on your phone if that's what you do, because it's basically like having it on dark mode. And for me, that's really cool. I did do some reading on this before I made the video, to get kind of acquainted with it. But basically, even during low light conditions, it's easy to pick up on this font because of the contrast. The contrast is really nice. And I'm kind of just going through here showing you, some key places and just like what it would look like throughout if you were flipping through it. So here's a picture of Romans 1. And another thing to note is look at how they do the chapter and verse headings. Every chapter at every verse heading has the chapter in front of it. So chapter 12, verse 12, or verse 4 of chapter 12 says 12, has a colon, and then 4. That's handy on those longer chapters where, you know, maybe you're here and you don't have this here, for instance, and you can't remember, you're trying to find the verse and you're like, wait a minute, what chapter am I in? That's pretty handy. I've actually never seen that done until I got a hold of one of these. But as far as the rest of the text goes, I go to the back here, just kind of give you an idea. As far as the rest of the text goes, when you get to the end, that's it. Now you do have, see if I can get this thing to flip here. There's like a couple pages here. If you absolutely wanted to write notes, I suppose you could, but they're not really designed for that, the way they're set up. But you can see, must have had some moisture right there, but you can see how it's basically a text-only block. Pages are really cool in the sense that they're like if I can get the light to pick it up, there's a slight sheen to them. Not much, but there's a slight sheen. You do get one ribbon marker. It's kind of like a nylon ribbon marker. I did notice there was a little bit of glue on the top of the page from whenever it was put together. Doesn't really bother me, it may bother some people. Now, real quick, I want to show you kind of the difference between the linen. So with the linen, it has this, and the part of these little white specks is this painting situation here. But it's like the material is over the board naturally. The only thing with the linen is it will pick up lint. Like there's even little hairs, you know, that you can see. So if you're maybe a pet owner, that may not be the greatest thing. The linen is a little bit more expensive. I think it's $10 more expensive. It has a softer feel in the hand. Like as far as texture goes, it has kind of it feels more fabric covered, which it is. And I would say that between the two, it's hard to pick a preference because they're both hardcover. One just feels a little bit different. I kind of like the hardcover as opposed to the linen, but I wanted to do a video that showed both of them at the same time so you can, you know, get an idea of what it would be that you would want to get, because the website doesn't really have a lot of pictures, which is kind of a shame. I wish they did have a few more pictures so you could see, but the text on this thing is really where you get into it. As a matter of fact, I've never seen a Bible that had so few, like anything in the front. It just goes straight into the text. I would definitely recommend giving these guys a look and seeing what you think. It's pretty cool. It's something I've never seen before. It's very beneficial if you maybe prefer reading on your phone, because you can change it to a darker text or darker screen and then the white text contrast. You guys let me know what you think, but I have seen a few of these, maybe one or two on like eBay where people have rebound them. It's pretty cool. It's just a Bible you don't ever see. I've never seen one with black pages, and I'm sure somebody's always thought, man, it'd be nice if I could have it like on my phone. If you use your phone, I'm more of a book purist in a way. I like to use my books. But it's a really cool option. I think the hardcover is $69.99 and the linen hardcover is $79.99. $10 difference. And then they do get into some more fine binding ones that have like calf skin and stuff like that. But these pages, you can look on the website, they use like an Italian type paper. It's an acid-free paper. Really nice paper. It's some of the nicest paper I've ever seen compared to your standard Bible paper. But with these, you get something that's very different. And my understanding is, from reading on the website, is because of the way this is set up, they will do it in volumes. So you'll have the New Testament, and they chose the King James because it's one of the most popular ones. They chose the King James Version, and then they chose the New Testament for their first, and it's crowdfunded. So I'm not sure how all that works as far as, you know, who all they have involved. But you can subscribe to the newsletter, and it goes into a bunch of detail about, you know, how they started, where they're at, kind of thing. But they should be coming out with the Old Testament. I just don't know the date. I'm looking forward to trying to get a hold of potentially a New Testament, and maybe if everything goes well, you'll get to see it first here. But it's a great refreshing format. I can't remember what size the font is on these. I believe it's, if I had to guess, I'd say maybe a 10 point. I don't think it's an 8 point. 8 point would be a little smaller than that. But with these, you get a nice readable text format. As far as size goes, you're looking about hand size on both, because they're exactly the same minus the cover, as I stated earlier. But it's something that some people may find strange, some people may like, but I wanted to be you know, one of the first people to get out here and show you guys this. I know I haven't done a video in a long time, but I saw these, it really piqued my interest. Thankfully, they allowed me to get a review copy of this one. This was the hardcover, of course. And then the linen one, I had a family member buy. So I was able to acquire both of them, and for your viewing purposes, have them laid out in front of you so you can make an informed decision. If you're looking to maybe save a little bit of money, the hardcover would be fine. And matter of fact, I forgot which way I had these sitting. This one's the linen one, this one's the hardcover. The hardcover without the linen. Really interesting Bibles to have. I would definitely recommend giving them a, you know, a view, checking them out. They're not too terribly expensive, but at the same time, you know, 70, 80 bucks may seem like a lot, but you're dealing with something it's a smaller, you know, setup. I'm not sure if it's, you know, like a full-blown company or if it's like more of a ministry, but it's a smaller setup. They're having to do something crazy with this paper because it's not like normal Bible paper. They can't print it all in one format. Of course, it would be very interesting to see how thick that thing would be if it was the whole Bible like this. But that was just a quick review of the monochrome Bible from Monochrome Bibles. I think their website's monochrombible.net or .com. I'll put the link in the description. If you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe. I try to put out Bible content and other video reviews. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.